Hello, it is unusual again, and in today's video we're gonna be doing a The Last Starter weapon tier list. I know I haven't uploaded in months, but content has been kind of dry, and I was like, you know what, let's just do a weapon tier list. So I hope you enjoy. Coming up on number 1, the melee weapons, the sword and shield. To be quite honest, the sword and shield, I wasn't a big fan of it, but then when they made it so that it blocks feather projectiles, fuck that weapon. I've kind of been falling in love with it. You know, the damage is alright, the shield really just mwah. And I'm gonna give this a good, because it's good. And second melee weapon, the double-bladed axe. Now this weapon, it's kinda alright, kinda annoying that it has to do the 3 bursts. You know, definitely a lot of campers camping in the dense trees with this, just waiting for prey. But other than that, it is pretty alright, nothing too special, so I'm gonna give this a good. Next is the dagger, which, you know, this is an easy A. Amazing. Damage is really good, rate of fire really good, but the range, you know, it's short. But if you combine this with an ice spell, it is deadly. So I'm giving that an amazing. And another one, the iron hammer, part of the new update. I can't remember which update this was. I think this was the last update. No, but the knockback on this thing is honestly just insane. I would give this a god tier, but the knockback is kind of annoying on your end sometimes, and the damage is good but not the best, but it can pretty much counter a lot of melee weapons. So I'm giving this an A for an amazing. Next is the mace, and you already know I'm giving this a god tier. Yeah. What do you want me to say? It's amazing. I mean, yeah, but considering the damage is the highest in the game, 2-shot kill for every rarity unless they have shield or a chest plate. It used to be overpowered, but then they nerfed it, quote unquote, but it's still like the kingpin of the melee weapons. So I'm at a god tier. Yeah. Next is the spear. Quite honestly, I don't like this weapon a lot. Yeah, the whole key factor of this weapon is the range. All the melee weapons have their own purpose and personality, but the spear kind of sucks balls. The damage is sometimes, no, this is true. If you're too close to someone with the spear, it just goes through them. Like that makes no sense, and I've lost so many games because of that. So I'm giving this a meh. Not bad, but meh. Next is the void sword and shield, part of the last update, which is just god damn. If you have this, you could do whatever you want, man. People could shoot you 1,000,000 times and you would not give a fuck. Alright, so I'm giving this an A. The reason why I won't give this god tier is because it's still a sword and shield, and the weapon next to this is gonna get god tier, so I'm just kind of, you know, balancing it out. So that's an easy A. Next is the giant ice sword. I'm pretty sure they nerfed the range. But despite that, it's still overpowered. Damage is insane. If you hit them with this thing, it slows them down, which is just a little too much. So I'm just giving this a god tier, because why not? Next up is the mana. First weapon we have here is the moon staff. I'm sorry I don't have the new model, If I get it, I'll probably update the tier list. Probably not, but I'm giving this a meh. I'm not a big fan of AoEs, but it does have its use, you know, trying to like break crates or whatever. And if someone's camping, you can give them a taste of their own medicine, unless you're camping and you place something on a bear trap and you're just waiting for someone to get stuck in it so you can rain hell supreme. Next up is the affiliation staff. I'm not sure that's how you say it. I'm going off of memory here, but you know, I'm giving this a meh. It's alright, I guess. The only purpose is just to heal. Takes up 70 mana unless you have a mana charm, and you know, you're better off just eating an apple, if I'm being quite honest. Meh. Next up is the poison staff. Giving this a meh also. It's really easy to dodge unless your reaction time is god awful like mine's. And it's annoying when people spam this thing late game, but hey, that's just them. Giving this a meh. Moving on. Next up is the feathers. Bad. I hate this weapon and I hate the guts of anyone who means it. Moving on. Next up is the Lunar Scythe. Love that thing. God tier. I don't care what you say, the Lunar Scythe is the best item in the game. You can't change my mind. Moving on is that Ice Staff. I'm giving this a good, Aimbotter's choice of mana. But yeah, it's pretty good. Damage is considerate. And the ice effect is kind of good. Slows down your enemy for you, makes them an easier target to hit. Overall, it's a good mana. Next up is the Boulder Staff. As I said again, I'm not a big fan of AoEs, but I've had my fair share of funny kills. Like I trapped this guy in a building in Banyan and he couldn't heal because he only had a mate and I was just bullying him. I've gotten a few kills with this thing, and every time I did get a kill with this thing, I laughed. But I'm not a big fan of it still, and I'm gonna give this a meh.
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
And next is the Fire Staff. I'm giving this thing a god tier. I mean, yeah, once you get it in red quality, it's pretty much a 3-shot kill if they don't have any shields or not in chest, or not in water if they don't have a chest plate. Pretty damn swell if I do quite say so myself. Next up is the Blindness Staff. Really annoying if you get hit by it, but I'm giving this thing a meh. Damage is good since they buffed it, but I still don't use it a lot. Some people really like it, but I don't really like it. Alright, next section, the ranged. First up we have the bow. I'm giving this a good, because I mean it's a bow. Once you get this thing in gold quality, it's pretty damn swell, if I do quite say so. How many times have I said that? I do quite say so myself. But giving this a god tier, not god tier, damn. I'm giving this a good. It's good. It's a good range weapon. It's really good. Alright, next up is the dual revolvers. I'm giving this thing a meh because I mean it's good if you really like it, yeah. But I don't really use it a lot. The very few times that I do, it's just kind of like okay. But yeah, I'm giving this thing a meh. Next up is the poison blow darts. I always thought, why would you use the poison blow darts when the bow is better? But actually, this thing does more damage overall than the bow because of the poison effect. But I'm still gonna give this thing a good because, I don't know what to say. Anyways, next up is the Blunderbuss. Giving this thing a god tier. Listen. Get this thing in perfect quality and you'd understand. So the Blunderbussing, god tier. Next up is the crossbow. I'm giving this thing a good. It's really good. I like it. It's my favorite ranged. But the Blunderbuss is still better. Good. Alright, moving on to accessories. First up we have the Ninja Tabai. Bad, it just makes you move a little faster. Yeah, it's not really that good. Next up is the Ice Belt. It's good. Combine this with the dagger, pretty much any melee weapon, and my guy, you're gonna deal some damage. Alright, so I'm placing this thing as a good. Next up we have the chest plate. I'm giving this thing a meh. If you just let me do full damage, man, you have to hit you a million goddamn times. Why am I doing 17 damage, dude? Why am I doing 17 goddamn damage? So yeah, I'm giving the chest plate a bad. It sucks mega balls. Next up is the ramming horns. Before the mace got nerfed, the ramming horns and mace were just the meta. They were really overpowered. Like I'm talking extremely overpowered. Still is, but not as overpowered. Use this with pretty much any other melee weapon. Really good, giving us a god tier. Next up we have the Mana Charm, giving us a meh. It's only really useful for mana, yeah. Lunar Cypher Reign Supreme, spamming the Poison Staff late game, yeah. Moving on, we have the Flippers. I forgot what they were called, but I'm pretty sure they're just called Flippers. Again, I'm placing this kind of meh, because yeah, it makes you run faster in water, but it doesn't really help out that much. It also makes you a little faster on land, but then again, it's still a meh. Next up we have the Void Shield. Now I don't remember which one I put this on, but I'm pretty sure I put it on God tier. I don't know, you'll see by the video if I put it on God tier or good. But my guy, the Void Shield is amazing. The cooldown used to be extremely short, but then they nerfed it, so the cooldown's a little longer. But get yourself a perfect one of these and you ain't gonna complain, unless like 5 people are shooting at the same time. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed my tier list. Of course, it will be linked in the description if you want to create your own tier list. And yeah, as usual, I'll be the same as usual.
But they don't understand, y'all.